Brittany, thank you. And behind us in the weather windows, as we check in with meteorologist Tony Petrarca, we have live pictures in New Jersey right now. You can see that it looks like things have kind of moved out of there. And when you look at the radar, you can see Elsa's knocking on our door right now.
Yeah, I mean, the worst of the storm as far as rain and wind is over Long Island, New York right now, and that heavy rain and wind headed our way. Now, you have that little red polygon right over Providence, West Warwick, and Cranston. That is a river flood warning for the Patuxent River, which is below flood stage for now, but expect it to rise to minor to moderate flood stage later this morning. And even when the rain stops this afternoon, that river will still rise. So a river flood warning for the Patuxent River. You take a look at the Doppler radar, and it's these areas of yellow, orange, and gold. That is where the strongest wind and the heaviest rain is located. I'm going to widen the view out a little bit. This is coastal Connecticut, Long Island, New York. And what the Doppler radar can do is look at the velocities of some of these thunderstorms and downpours just offshore. And myself, and actually TJ is working remotely with me tracking this storm. And we've been talking to each other and noticing how we're seeing, especially this one. This is Montauk, the Twin Forks of Long Island. This doesn't look like much, but there's a little spin within this thunderstorm. And the reason why we're pointing that out is because there's the potential for some water spouts offshore. So with landfalling tropical systems, you can sometimes get brief, weak water spouts or even a brief, weak, isolated tornado. Now, we're not talking about those huge wedge powerhouse tornadoes you see out in Texas and Oklahoma. These are little skinny ones that may impact the parts of the coastline later this morning as the storm draws closer. The chance is very, very small, but the chance is there. In the meantime, the widespread, very heavy rain, it is on the way. So expecting anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of rain later this morning up until around noontime, and it's the reason why we have the flash flood watch, the reason why there's a flood warning for the Patuxent River. So you can clearly see the center of circulation spinning off the New Jersey coastline right in here. When we take a look at the forecast now through early afternoon, you can see the storm drawing closer. This is around 9, 10 in the morning. That ribbon of red downpours and strong wind, the height of the storm. The circulation passing through southeastern Mass around 10, 11 a.m. and then pulling away rapidly by early afternoon. In fact, this is 2 o'clock. It's moving away. Look at the clearing off to the west. We'll actually see some sunshine before the day is done, mid to late afternoon. So as stormy as it gets this morning up until about 12 noon, 1 o'clock, it does improve during the afternoon hours. Threat tracker at that high level due to the heavy rain and the strong wind. Again, the strongest wind gusts are going to be realized along the coastline. Gusts 40, 50, even 60 miles per hour. It gets better this afternoon, and we're back on track tonight and really through the upcoming weekend. As far as impacts, flash flooding, tornado, we talked about that. The risk is very slight, but it's there. Thunderstorms and strong wind gusts. Now, it'll be windy everywhere later this morning, but the strongest wind gusts would be realized along the coastline. And obviously the Bay forecast, stay in port. East-southeast wind turning west-northwest in the afternoon, gusts to 45 knots at times. Hurricane Center has the winds at, it's not a hurricane, it's a tropical storm, at 50 miles per hour. And the forecast track hasn't really changed, crossing southeast coastal Massachusetts later this morning and then racing away during the afternoon and the evening hours. So the concern here is for the heavy rain and the strong wind. 7-day forecast showing the better second half of the day. Weekend's not bad. Partly sunny skies, isolated shower on Saturday with a temperature near 80.
All right, Tony, thanks so much. We're going to check in on the morning commute in the 7 o'clock hour with Melissa.